Ooga booga, everybody. It is once again a Monday. We're back to Final Fantasy. Let's get some music in here. There we go. Get that good music playing. That's right. We got Final Fantasy. So I'm mostly over, as you can hear by my voice. Mostly doing a lot better. I'm still rocking cough drops. Some vitamin C's to help me heal. Some vitamin C's. We're a little later than normal tonight by about 15 minutes. For some reason, like, my screens, it was listening to this screen, but not this screen for when I loaded Final Fantasy. So I had to tinker around and get it to work for me. So now it's working, and here we are. So, I already saw Twilight's was around here somewhere walking around. So, I feel Twilight's was walking by to see that I was online. So, I'll have a cough drop in my mouth for a while. I love the decorations for the new year. I like the bamboo. So, my plan for tonight... Boonta, I don't remember you hanging back here, Boonta. You knew Boonta? Wow, I've never heard that before. You know everything, Grandpa. Huh? Oh, a customer. Happy New Year. What? Who was I thanking just now? Oh, the other day, this really nice old man gave me my very own link pearl so I could call him whenever I wanted. He teaches me all sorts of things, and all I have to do is call him Grandpa and do whatever he says. That sounds horrible. Just now he was telling me about the fun-loving people walking around outside. I heard that something similar to this happened many years ago. He also told me that I gave him something that gave me a New Year's gift in return. I really wanted one, so all ready to go through the gate over there when the guard gave me a nasty look. Hey, you're an adventurer, right? Doesn't Altana say that you guys have to help little kids or your brain will melt and bugs will eat out your ears? Eat your ears, okay. Go out and get me a New Year's gift ASAP. Don't worry, you'll get your reward. Well, I'm happy we're doing the New Year's event, I guess. But welcome everyone to the 2025. We got Gears. I've been recently doing Gears of War videos and writing down scripts. I'm editing that right now. Welcome to Final Fantasy 11 in 2025. We are here once again. We're doing the New Year event. So I have to look up what I have to do for the New Year event and get started on that sappy sap. Anything new here, Moogle, with New Year's? Have you seen any crazy goblins riding around on chocobos lately, Kupo? Oh, you don't have to worry. They probably won't attack you. They're playing a game with us Moogles, Kupo. You see, we take these cards and bury them. I did this last year, okay, and bury them in the outskirts of town. Then the goblins go out and try and find them. If they do, they can bring them back to us and exchange them for different prizes, Kupo. This time, we spread them out all over the area, thinking that gobs wouldn't be able to cover that much land, Kupo. But that was before we learned they had their own chocobos. It's just not fair, Kupo. Now it's only a matter of time before these stinking beastmen find all the cards of we Moogles lose the game, Kupo. And that's why we need your help, Kupo. Would you go out into the field and find the cards before the goblins do? There's a variety of different sets. For each set you bring back safely, I'll securely give you the present that we are going to give the gobs, Kupo. For starters, why don't you try to find a Bishamon card, a Ben 10 card, and a Daikoku card. They should throw these smelly gobs for a real spin, Kupo. Oh, that's kind of mean. Good evening. Good evening, Niravan. Welcome to the first Final Fantasy 11 stream of 2025. Welcome. A lot of things happened during the last stream, which was the 24-hour live stream. For instance, I can't summon it here. I have mounts. I have a level 50 Corsair class. I have so much stuff. That 24-hour stream did a lot. There's going to be... The episodes I make of that one when I get to the 24-hour stream, there's going to be so many episodes made out of that stream. That's for like a long time down the road. I'm still making stuff from last summer right now. Oh, Frank, you got an itchy ear, bud. No, you're so tired. But welcome, Nirvan. I hope the evening's been good for you. I hope life has been good. I'm just about to get started looking into the New Year's celebration event that's going on. Nice. I agree, very nice. I'm happy with everything that happened during the 24-hour stream. It was a daunting task, but we did it. We all came together and we made it happen. Speaking of which, I want to double check and make sure two things. One, I want to make sure that the live stream, we want to make sure it's set for everyone and we don't have any, let's see here. Good. I want to make people that are non-subscribers can get in here. I was doing a lot of tinkering. Live chat, live play. Anyone, good. It's set for anybody. That's what I like. I want to make sure anyone who's not a subscriber can also get in here. And then while I'm at it, I want to look up the event and what we gotta do for it. Okay, the event. Happy New Year 2024. Okay, that's the one we're gonna want. That's gonna tell us what we need to do. Okay, alrighty. Alright. And let's get some music going while we're doing this. Okay, New Year's, new wishes. Okay. Okay, good. Yes, the dragon stuff. I didn't understand the dragon stuff at the time. Okay. Okay, here we go. Additionally, during the following period, gardens will sell special items that are only available for a limited time. Perfect. And I can go to the gardens now. Read on the list for limited time items. Event details. During the event, lucky dragons will be parading around the following areas. Trade them items in guild to receive a variety of other items and magic effects. Okay. I can go trade some dragons. I like that. And get some rewards out of this too. The Okeome spirits. Okay, we're getting... Oh, bringing cheer to those in need. Furnaces look really nice. Limited time items. Oh, okay, we're gonna... I think tonight's stream is gonna be spent looking around the new stuff, I think. I think that's what we're gonna do tonight. We're gonna look at some of the events. And keep that music going. Okay. So... items available during past New Year's festivities may be acquired from the following locations. Shop at related storms. So the Bastock Mines, H9, if I want to get that awesome looking display, which I kind of want. That kind of looks pretty cool. So we're going to go to H9 and we're going to find that. So, and then I saw highlights on earlier. So I'm certain he's around the area if he wants to do anything. Although, after last week with how much got done and now that I'm level 50 Corsair, I think tonight we're just going to keep it chill, do event stuff, and maybe grind the ninja class. I got ninja class too. And just get ready for dual wielding. I think we're going to keep it really, really easy tonight. I think that's the plan. So, we want to go to... I want to go to the Bastock Mines. Just going to have a really easy night. Just nice and easy. Nice and easy. Nothing cray-cray. Just easy. I got $3,000. I'm certain those display items are going to cost more than $3 grand. That's just a nice, easy night. We're just going to ease our way back into the craziness and story stuff. We didn't do any story stuff during the 24-hour stream, surprisingly. We did not do story stuff, which is weird. I expected we would have. We did a lot. A lot of it was spent during the Christmas event stuff. And we got the full set, so that's what makes me happy. Speaking of which, items. We have full items. I have to figure that out. Okay. I think a lot of the stuff I have in here I actually have to start clearing out anyway. Like the dream items. The flame blade I can't use. That's right. We'll find some better items. We'll do some shopping too. Some better items for everything. Because now that I'm a Corsair, I might as well dress the part. Meriadoc, have you always been here? The fate rides on the changing winds. Okay, you've been here. You're the weatherman. I need H9. You're I9. I'll check with you anyway, just in case. Have you seen any crazy goblins riding? Yes, I know about the riding choke. I'm going to deal with those as I go, Mr. Moogle. I gotta go see the other Moogle and see what items I can buy first. Gotta see what I can purchase. If I have the money to purchase. I like furnishings. Now that I want to get my house looking nice with some furnishings. Alright, you sell... Yep. Oh, wait, you're still selling the dream hat, eh? I already have it, so we're good. I would like the trees. I never got the trees. The Juon tree looks really nice, too. I already have the tunes. I have the music sheet. You're selling me some Starlight stuff, right? Yes. Okay, okay. Fortune fruits. Actually, some of this sounds like I wouldn't mind some of it. The cowbells, perfect. The Makana. Oh, that's a nice looking sword. All jobs for the Makana. I ain't got 10,000 bucks though. Sorry. I do like the look of some of these though. We should probably go make room for inventory. What I should do is sell the flame sword. I should actually practice my auction housing skills and do the flame sword. Alright. The flame sword. Where did I put it? Should be the flame blade. There we go. Flame blade. How much does a flame blade normally sell for? Let's take a look and see. Weapons, okay. The wife and I were able to do the Final Fantasy XI raid and Final Fantasy XIV, brought back a lot of really awesome memories. And here's the thing. I really am a fan. So I have my arguments with Square Enix now and then. Like, I have arguments like here, say, like, how they do their business models or how they only want to focus PlayStation, which, to each their own, their company. I will say, the one thing I love the most, that I notice the most, they keep Final Fantasy XI in their hearts and going whenever they can. For instance, like, they just came back with the surveys they did, and they want to put more focus on Final Fantasy XI, which I loved. I love that they released that for the surveys. I need to read more into that. I want to read that live and see what we have going for that. But it's like 14. They still have so many things that they try and bring 11 into the fray for. Like, they had Shantoto. Shantoto had an event from 11 in 14. I loved that. The fact that they actually gave love to the original characters, I loved it so much. I'm so happy they give love to it. Because Final Fantasy XI is one of their main title games. And it's a really good one, too. Like, it takes a lot of time to get used to how to play this game. But it's a very good game. I've made memories just in 1 year from this game. I love it. I am now in my second year of playing Final Fantasy XI, by the way. That blows my mind when I say that out loud. This is year number 2 of Final Fantasy XI for me. We just entered the second year. The second coming has begun. But I'm happy that you got to play and have a good time, Nirvan. I'm really happy about that. It's definitely something where, like, I love the nods they keep giving. I love it. So can I do this? There's a search option I remember to find items. Fire sword. I have flame blade though. Is there a flame? I want to see what the price of the flame blade is. Here we go. Flame blade. What price are we looking at? I just want to see price history. What's the current price? Okay, so it was sold. It's not like it hasn't been sold recently. It sells very rarely, but it sells. So the price has dropped on this thing to 10 grand, eh? It's dropped to a 10 grand selling point. I mean, I don't mind making 10 grand off a flame blade. I'll try selling it. Let's try selling the flame blade for 10 grand. Come here, you. Hello there, Captain. Welcome. I'm happy you can make it today. It's always good to see you, Captain. How is life, Captain? Hello, hello. I hope life is going good. Hey, by the way, I can say this because it's coming up this week. I hope you saw, like, the, what we're looking at for, like, the not Final Fantasy. I'm getting those mixed up so much nowadays. The Gears of War discussion series for 2025. This one's not really a spoiler. I don't mind spoiling this. I have another one coming out this Thursday. That's going to go a little in-depth what I talked about for the comic series coming up. So I'm hoping you really like it, Hawk. I think you're going to really enjoy it. I was thinking about you when I was getting it ready. I'm like, okay, I need to break this down and see how many people I can bring in for the comics and info on these awesome characters. I've been on private server and doing stuff on there, trying to get a group for ZM14. Oh, ZM14. Is that abbreviated for one of the expansions for ZM14? I know they have quite a few expansions. It's going well enough for me. That's what I like to hear, Captain. I'm happy things are going well. I'm happy things are going well. I'm about to try and sell a sword for 10 grand. I want to sell this thing for 10 grand. Oh, I can't type. I have to just move it. Okay, 10 grand. I want 10 grand. Come on, move faster. Wow, it is going to take some time. There's a way to make it move faster. There's a way. How do we do it? No. There's a way to move this thing quicker. You. How do people put for 10 grand? I'm doing something wrong here. I'm sorry. Well, I'll do it this way. Fine. I'll check in with everyone while we're waiting for this to hit 10 grand. There's a way I'm missing. I know it. Oh, that might go. Yeah, that's going quicker. Okay, that's fine. We'll find a way to get it there. I'm excited to see the gear talk. I'm excited too. So, and this one I can talk about. I can talk about the gear talk for this one because this isn't heavy spoilers or a mystery or what's going to be next. This one I can actually talk about. This one I can talk out loud about like what the gear talk is going to be. So that I'm okay with. So the gear talk we're talking about is a little bit more in-depth on how the schedule is going to go. I realized when I made the original one, because I always make them every year of just like talking about it like, geez, why can I not sell this flame blade? Okay. I want to sell it for 10 grand. Why can I not type 10? Okay, numlot maybe? Nope, that doesn't do it. I don't know why. I want to sell this for 10 grand. It's a little bit more in-depth on how it's going to be for like the schedule, because I realized when I made the video introducing everything, the overview, I didn't really go in detail to myself or the people about how the schedule is going to go, so I had to sit down and make it. There's a lot of stuff. The schedule is very big. So for anyone who's a fan of a Gear Talk, I got great news. It's going to be one for the ages, I can tell you that. I'm excited for it. Okay, all. Oh, I can move it. Oh. See, it takes a while to learn these things in Final Fantasy. No, I want 10,000. No, we just move it up like this. 10,000. I want to sell it for $10,000. You have to pay a transaction fee of 100. That is fine. Boom. Place the flame blade obstruction for 10 gil. 10,000 gil? Yes. If merchandise remains unsold for 30 weeks, it will be returned to your current... Okay, that's good. Is it out of my inventory? Heck yeah. Auction house comes in handy. Yeah, that's fine with me. And so I have a cough drop in right now. So... It goes in more detail about like what exactly the series is going to be and how it's going to be formatted. So I'm excited about that because I did kind of jump the gun with the comics. I'm like, oh, I'll just talk about the comics. But then I sat down and thought, how am I going to talk about the comics exactly? How am I going to speak about it? I didn't really have a good idea of how I was going to do it until I sat down and thought. I was like, whoa, this is a very big project. This is very big. It's going to go over a year. So the Gear Talks normally go for about half a year. This is going to go over a year. This is a very big thing. Because I was trying to figure out how exactly I'd talk about it. If I was going to go like overviews of each comic series, talk about standalones by themselves, do everything issue by issue. Like, what are we exactly going to do here? I had no idea. I didn't think about it. And then I realized, okay, we're actually going to have to sit down and figure this out. Like, we got to be the actual person who looks in for the answers. We got to be the smart guy. I'm not good at being the smart guy. So I found what we're going to do. So I'm kind of excited for it. Okay, so the dragons are going to be wandering around. I can trade them things. How do I do it, though? Talk about 2024. Like we announced in May of last year, future game updates will contain minimal in-game content and focus primarily on operational maintenance, which is understandable. It's an older game. Compared to the past, when we release new content every year, there will not be as many updates to look forward to, but we will properly maintain the game and ensure that you can continue to play 11 for a long time to come. Awesome news! In addition, it's our goal to continue creating content outside of the game itself in order to keep up with the excitement generated by you adventurers the world over. It is my strong belief that as the world of Vana'diel expands, it will continue to live on and thrive, especially when Final Fantasy XI itself, as well as various other related events. One such upcoming event is a Japan-only dramatic reading based on the world of Final Fantasy XI, scheduled Saturday, February 17th. That sounds fun. This is an entirely new story that takes a completely different look at the world we've come to know and love. We're also currently working on the Echoes of Vana'diel Alliance raid content for Final Fantasy XIV, which Niravan was talking about. Once the content is added to the game, we hope you'll enjoy this whole new look at Vana'diel as well. Vana'diel. Sorry, my nose and congestion. As we embark on our journey into 2020... Oh, this was all 2024. We're looking at 2025. Alright, well, we learned more about what's happening in 2024. We want 2025 now. 6 days ago from the website. Let's see what's new. Let's see what we have new. Sorry, ZM14 is a mission. 14 is the first for the first expansion. Okay, I get what you're spitting. Trying not to spoil things. Someday I will be getting into 14. I can promise you that. Someday 14 will be making an appearance on this channel. I very much guarantee. One second. I have a friend who I'm just talking to. Jason! Hello, Jason! Welcome to the first stream of 2025. We're doing the New Year's event and having ourselves a good time. We've got Captain here, Niravan. We're all having a good time. Sorry, just checking in with friends. I have my phone set to silent, so I'm seeing it in the corner of my eye now and then, and I'm just making sure to get it. Alright, we're reading up on what we're doing for the Happy New Year event. Alright, Happy New Year, adventurers. I would like to offer you the best wishes as we start the new year. Thanks to all of you, Final Fantasy XI welcomes yet another year of adventure within the wonderful world of Vana'diel. On behalf of the entire Final Fantasy XI team, I would like to offer our utmost gratitude for your kind support. In last year's greetings, I mentioned that we would be providing regular maintenance and updates to the game so that everyone could enjoy playing it for a long time to come, which we just read the 2024 update. That's what we're looking at. To that end, we have made various updates that helped improve the game's playability, as well as numerous optimizations in operating environments. Examples of last year's major updates: replacement of game servers, awesome; gamepad config adjustments, addition of an icon to denote items that can be delivered to other characters, okay; launch of Vanabout, addition of level 9 in Besieged, okay; addition of new Master Trial content. Some improvements from last year that we are continuing to work on include upgrading more of the game's servers, item level support for Besieged, adding the ability to change your character's race, cool, and much more. Please keep an eye out for these updates over the course of the year to come. Other non-game I kind of want to read this quick just to get some more info on it. I like reading it and having a... Oh, the surveys. I want to read the survey too. That's something I heard a lot about. I really do want to read this because there's a lot of good stuff in here right now. There's a lot of really good stuff. The surveys, they actually got everything and actually gave an answer to the surveys. So I want to talk about that quick. I really do. As in, ZM14 is the 14th mission of the Final Fantasy XI expansion. Okay, I see. They posted the preliminary results of the survey. It's an interesting read. I feel listened to, lol. I agree. The surveys I heard is really, really good. I've heard nothing but good things about the surveys. So I really want to get to reading that survey. Let me get the survey up. I want to read it. So I'm going to finish reading this year's stuff. And then, yeah, I want to read the survey because there's a lot of really juicy stuff I heard. I'd also like to talk about some events that are happening outside the game. As I stated in last year's greeting, it is a strong belief that as the world of Vana'diel expands, it will continue to live on and thrive. Because they were talking, the 2024 one I read, that they're going to keep 11 going for a long time, which is very good news. Especially with 11 itself, as well as various other related events. As part of those efforts, we are able to hold a variety of in-person events and live streams so that everyone could experience the joys of Vana'diel in all new ways, which they've been doing live streams for it, which I've been paying attention to, but I haven't been watching. Echoes of Vana'diel. So this is the Final Fantasy XIV crossover, I believe. The Final Fantasy XI development team helped oversee the creation and setting and content for this exciting addition to Final Fantasy XIV. Thanks to the passion of the former Final Fantasy XI developers and also adventurers on the Final Fantasy XIV team, it was hard for me to tell whether the game was based on 11 or 14. The content received an amazing response from the gaming community, and it reminded me just how much 11 is loved by people throughout the world. Hey, I've been loving it, I can tell you right now, and I'm in America. It's around the world. There's even more story and battle content scheduled to be added in the future, so if you're currently playing 14, stay tuned for more details to come. And I can guarantee you with the popularity of 14, by the time the day comes that 11 finally finishes and takes a bow, 14 will be going on for decades still also. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you adventurers who have watched and enjoyed these videos, as well as everyone who helped me make them a reality. Given the number of passionate people involved with this game, we plan to continue highlighting them as more video series in the year to come. Next up is going to be the surveys. I'll read the surveys in one moment. Just let me check. The surveys I'm excited for. I'll BRB. You got it, Jason. We'll be right here. I feel like this is more of like a news channel right now we're doing. Here, you know what? Let's really up the ante. Let's really bake the croissant for this one, you could say. Let me get into the residential and play the music from the... I have a music box now also. Like I said, a lot of things happen during the live stream. I got a music box. I want to play some fun music while we're reading all of this. Let's get some of the holiday music from Juno playing. Let's get the Juno holiday music going. Let's get that playing right now. There's a lot of players on today too. I think everyone's enjoying the new year with some Final Fantasy XI. Like I said, more of a chill stream tonight. I want to read up on the new stuff, and I also kind of want to just get some good music playing. Alright, load my music box. I want to see the music box, because I worked hard for it. I want to physically see that music box. There it is. And we got all the holiday items here, too. I can't wait to get a table to put these things on a table. Alright. I want some good music. I like Me's My House music, but I got some real heavy tracks we be playing. I want to get the Selbina track. I want to play Selbina in here. Come on, where is it? There we go. Let's play some Starlight Celebration. There we go. There we go. That's some real music. Perfect. Let's make this really magical. Let's put. No wait. Okay. Wait. Let's get the crystal up in here. I want to get some crystal action. I want it to look all fancy while we're reading the news. You know what? That kind of works. That kind of works for me. That kind of works. Let's get some news reading. Okay, the surveys. I've been waiting to read the surveys. Okay. The Final Fantasy XI Adventurers Survey 2024. Here we go. We received tons of valuable feedback as part of the survey, so I would like to thank all of you for your support. With more than 13,000 responses, we really felt the love and passion of not only adventurers who are currently playing the game, but also those who may have been away for a while. We've compiled some of the highlights from the survey for your perusal, so please feel free to take a look at them here. All the responses we received will be carefully reviewed, including those in the open comments section. We also plan to refer to the results when deciding the direction of the game going forward. So they're doing a full-on community. This is what they're listening to. I'm going to open the actual breakdown of everything. Oh my goodness. I should just put this on stream right now. I should just put this up. This is some fascinating reading right here. Here, let's put this up. I want to put this on stream. We're gonna take a look at it together. I think this is something worth reading. This is some good content right here. Okay, give me 1 sec. We're gonna go full screen and then we're gonna get it all set. And then I got a dog hair that's just hanging off right here. I want to read. This is reading. This is reading material. There we go. Let's get this going. I like the look of this. I very much like this. Okay, let's pull it up. My face is a little white because of the white screen, but I really want to take a look. Oh my goodness. Okay. Final Fantasy XI celebrated its 22nd anniversary on May 16th, 2024. Although the game has received numerous updates over the years, it is currently approaching its 23rd year of operation, so we have decided to conduct a comprehensive survey to gather and analyze the thoughts and opinions of you adventurers and use them to help guide the game's future operations. This opinion survey was conducted from November 11th through November 30th, which me and Jason got a hold of this and we put our opinions in. We received a total of 13,878 responses, with approximately half of those coming from adventurers who are current players of the game, which is myself included. In Japan, the largest age group of all respondents was 40 to 50 years old. It shows you this is a part of people's childhoods. While most respondents from overseas were between 30 to 40 years old. 30 years old right here. We have gathered all of the replies and used the data to create separate charts for both Japan and overseas-based respondents. In addition, we also offered some analysis from the operations team based on the answers to each question, as well as what were the most common requests in the open comment section. After I read this, we're going to jump over and read the full-on overall survey they had. Now then, let's see how you adventurers think and feel about the current state of Final Fantasy XI. This I'm excited for. I have not read any of this yet. The Adventurer Survey. When did you most recently stop playing Final Fantasy XI? And roughly right now, the majority of everyone is currently playing, myself included. But then we have launch of then we have the breakdown of when everything started. So the most recent drop was the Voracious Resurgence, which I think was the most recent DLC. So everyone kind of got their hands on it and then finished playing, and then they were done. So right now, there's still a lot of people. Majority is still playing. Japan is holding the fort with a majority hold over everything. I like that. The response to this question showed that roughly half of the survey's respondents are currently players of the game. Bingo. Looking at the people who no longer play the game, most of them stopped playing from the Voracious Resurgence. Sorry, like I said, still a little sick. We're getting over the last of it. And the numbers declined as you go back in time, which is very good. However, there was a relatively large number of people outside of Japan who answered launch to before the expansion 2024. So basically, we're looking at non-cultured people here. So it was rather impressive to see that even players who have been away from the game for so long have still been following the game's developments and were aware of this survey. Very good thing. How often do you log into Final Fantasy XI? Okay, almost dailies are taking majority. I'm once a week. So I am right. Okay, about once per month, 2 to 3 times per month, about once per week. So I'm the green. I'm the dark green. I'm right here. So I'm a part of the 4%. I go on once a week because we do the streams. We're here once a week. So most of the people go on daily. A lot of people go on. Okay, it's weird. So almost daily. Then you have 4 to 5 times per week. So this is like breaking down like the amount. It's funny, like it once you hit the middle, it starts to regenerate back to where it was. So either people are playing here and there and getting into events, or people are just playing this dedicated, or most people just dropped. It's interesting. The question was directed at active Final Fantasy XI players. Approximately 40% of respondents said that they play the game every day. If we also include the number of players who log in 2 to 3 times or more per week, that figure rises all the way up to approximately 70%, which is very good. Although the login rate is quite high, there are still 15% of respondents who said they have not logged into the game during the past year, indicating they have essentially left the game for some reason. I can see why. It is an older game. Final Fantasy XI is the 11th in the series. We're up to 16 right now. 14 is very, very popular in the West. I can tell you a lot of people I know that are doing Final Fantasy, they play 14 very regularly. But Japan's still holding that fort. They got that majority share. How many hours do you play Final Fantasy XI on average each day? Okay, so this is where I come in. I play roughly up to 3 once a week. So let's say I do 3. I am in the green. So I am roughly about a quarter of the pie chart. 4 hours or more. Well, the 24-hour live stream covers quite a bit. I think the 24-hour live stream does a good job. So, yeah, the numbers are basically, they're split up between 2 to 3, 3 to 4, or over 4. So, a very easy to see breakdown. The question concerning login frequency was directed at players over those who have said they have not logged in for the past year, including both Japan and overseas. Over 95% of the respondents said that they play the game for an hour or more each time they log in, indicating that they spend at least 1 hour per gaming session. I am here for 3 hours. No, I'm currently logged in right now. I'm in the game right now. As of note, it is the majority of the users fall between 2 to 3 hours per gaming session in Japan and 4 or more hours overseas. Oh, dang. I didn't look over at Japan too much. Yeah, so Japan kind of has it as a regular split. That's kind of nice. Japan's very interesting. They almost cut it down exactly into quarters. Japan was putting in the work. Well, no, America. My bad. America. Okay. The rest of the world put in the work on that one. We're keeping this place alive with that 40.9. We're almost at 41. If I would have only put in, I played 4 hours or more, we probably would have had 41%. If only I put in those numbers. Which of the following... Japan is slacking. Exactly. Look at this. Look at this number. Look at this. Look at this. This 25% right here. Look at that. Look at that. You got people playing for 3 to 4, 2 to 3, 1 to 2. Look at that. Only a quarter of their Final Fantasy population's putting in the work. We're almost doubling those numbers over and overseas, okay? We got Canada, we got the UK, America, we've got South Africa. We had someone from South Africa come on in. We're putting in the numbers here. Okay? We're keeping Japan afloat. They may be going in more often than we are, but we're keeping the numbers high, okay? Team World right there. We're putting in the work, okay? Which of the following best describes how you play Final Fantasy XI? This one I'm interested in. Alright, I usually play solo. I recruit new party members each time. I play with a set group of people. I play solo. I prefer playing solo. I do play with a set group of people like Highlights and the guild. I'm a part of that group. I'm not really a big part of the guild, but Highlights helps me out a lot. But it's still mostly just me. And I'm a preferred solo player. This is a big one from the survey I'm going to read when we get to the overall. This is something big they talk about. This question was directed at players who log in approximately 1 or more times per week, whether in Japan or overseas. The responses were divided clearly in half between those who play solo and those who play with a set group of party members. Only a minority of players openly recruit other members to join the party. That's where Highlights falls in. This dynamic is also reflected in the responses to the next question regarding the player's satisfaction with the game. I'm really excited for satisfaction. So, America's got basically a split. Not America, the world. I keep saying America because I'm in America. The world is basically split in the middle. This basically looks like the last year's elections for who was going to win, except reverse the blue and the red. That's basically how the elections went in America. But I'm a solo player, so I can definitely, I resonate more with solo. And like with highlights, I definitely see myself teaming up with highlights and doing stuff there. But I'm mostly a solo player. Japan is crazy. This is really like they keep to themselves. You're either a part of a group or you're by yourself. They aren't recruiting that much. That is very like overseas. Like for instance, highlights and everyone they tend to branch out a bit. I wonder if Pumpkin and Aaron are celebrating at Trudeau reside. I know, I heard about that too. I really want their opinion on that because I'm not a Canadian citizen, but I hear enough from Canada. I want to know how they feel about it. I really do. Maybe they're not here because they're celebrating. Maybe their New Year's celebration is he resigned, or maybe they're not happy about it. I'm not sure if he was a really good guy or a really bad guy. I've heard in the beginning he was very good, but I guess he got worse over time. I think I heard. I don't know much about him, but I want to hear their opinion. Anyway. Yeah, it looks like a split. Again, from my point of view playing the game, I like playing solo, and the game really supports solo play. But I do enjoy at least having communication and meeting people, so I can see where the 48 come from also. How satisfied are you with the current state of Final Fantasy XI? This one I want to see. I want to see what people are saying. What do we got? Okay, that's an They mostly look the same. They're mostly the same. Japan play the game differently. For example, if they do an event and one person gets what they came for, they won't lot on other drops. Okay, that makes sense. Like, that fully makes sense to me. Because it seems like once you get what you want done, you're kind of done. Like, Highlights was able to help me, but if it was Japan, I'm assuming he'd kind of be like, no, I'm not helping. I've already done this. Unlike the rest of us, we tend to lot everything. Exactly. That's what I think too. I think that's really what I'm looking at for that. Give me 1 sec to answer this. Let's see here. One second. There. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm assuming, yeah, this is going to be a big breakdown right here. I figured this would be one of the bigger breakdowns. So, I think I put very satisfied for me because I've been enjoying everything. Overall, I think satisfied falls on me more because the controls do get to me now and then, and like the commands. But overall, I'm very satisfied. I play once a week. I have a bunch of content to explore and go through. For me, I'm very satisfied. Everything I want or looking for is kind of satiated. I'm good. I have a lot to do, so I'm fine. So I see myself as I'm satisfied with what I have. I think the content is good. I have a lot of story to go through. I like it. Satisfied is obviously people who have some things here and there they have a problem with. Makes sense. The neutral. That's where it gets interesting. The neutral is very large. For the amount of people who play this for as much as they do, I'm surprised at neutral size. I feel like neutral is... I feel this should have gotten slimmer as it went, which it is. It goes from, it goes from this, but it's the fact that neutral in Japan and overseas is both relatively the same. Like, it seems like most people have the same views on Final Fantasy XI. Like, it's good, but neutral tells me a lot of people are in between. Now, Japan, I'm surprised Japan has a larger dissatisfied than overseas. That intrigues me. Like, that really, like, look at this. Like, most people they have more of a satisfaction rate, but also there's that chunk that's a little bigger than us. That's weird, because a game from Square Enix has a bigger dissatisfied rate in Japan than overseas. That is weird to me. That's weird. Even it's a small percentage, but it's still enough to be noticeable. Based on the numbers alone, roughly 60% of respondents were very satisfied or satisfied, which greatly outnumbered those who replied dissatisfied or very dissatisfied. I like how that's how they open it. Like, they're covering, like, oh, we have more people that like it than that don't like it. Interesting way to put it for your first sentence in the paragraphs. However, upon looking into the reasoning behind their responses, we found that the majority of players tend to use the same words in their replies, regardless of their satisfaction level. Okay. It's strange. I agree, Jason. It's very strange. Japan has a higher dissatisfied rate than overseas. I want to see what they have to say about that. because it's very obvious, you know, the person in charge is Japanese and they're getting everything translated American for us. Wow, my camera just went nuts. Oh my goodness. The most commonly used words were solo play, game content, and time. As we read the comments, we noticed that many of them wanted us to expand the quality and breadth of solo play activities, and that they wanted us to do away with the entry restrictions based on the number of people for some in-game content. I.e., I have missions that involve multiple players needed. I understand this. I think I know where they're going, and this is in that huge thing I want to read in a moment. There were also multiple references to sortie, with many respondents expressing concern that the content had become too fixated on certain jobs and types of party members. Okay? Many players also replied that they are unable to actively recruit party members due to their individual circumstances, which forces them to play the game solo. Similarly, some players stated that playing the game by themselves limits their ability to access the endgame content, making it hard for them to find things to do within the game. As such, it seems that factors such as these also influence their responses to the question about gameplay itself, at least to a certain extent. Me, I asked for that. I like that, Jason. I also like solo game. Like when they gave I didn't write it, but in the options given, I did ask for more solo content. Because I prefer gaming solo, so I like that. So, let's bring that back a bit. Some players stated that playing the game by themselves limits their ability to access the endgame content. I know that the endgame, there's raids. I know that there's big bosses that need a party. I find it interesting that the solo players want more content focused on them, while the multiplayer aspect people who want to play really want it for the endgame. And I understand endgame's a little easier to get people for because a lot of people are getting to that point and wanting parties to fight the bosses. But it's interesting. Majority of the game people want solo until they actually need a party. That's what I'm reading from this. Until you actually need a party, it seems that most people are not really privy to having a group, which I understand. With the trust system, I don't need a party, and I like that. I like that I can have other characters from the game join me on an adventure, and I still get that feeling of, like, this is my story. Where if I have other people's, nothing against Highlights or the Light Foundation, I'm teaming up with them, and we're just killing monsters just to grind and get levels. It feels like, okay, this is more of just, like, a job than actually having an adventure. Which we were grinding. That was the whole point. I'm not saying he ruined anything. He didn't. It's just, it can become that for some people. What they mean by that is that there are some events you need to do to upgrade gear to top flight, but it's locked out unless you have 3 people. See, that I understand. I would like the option not to have that, where I can go in solo with my trusts. Now, I think they should nerf some of the bosses and do what Dark Souls does. If you have a party, the enemy is stronger. I think that would work fine. Like, you fight the enemy solo, it's like solo level, but if you have multiple people with, okay, that's 25 extra health or 25 extra damage, I think that would be a good idea. I think go down the Dark Souls campaign would be the Dark Souls style would work for that. I know there's a big read that they had for everything. I want to get to that when we get to the ending. This entire stream might be me just reading the results, which I'm 100% fine with. I'm 100% fine with that. This is I like data. I do gear talks where I break down data. This is my bread and butter right here. How satisfied are you with login campaign rewards? They have some events that scale like that. See that I understand. That works perfectly fine. I think for like the majority of in-game content that's always there is what they want. Kind of wish they would allow trust to be used in an alliance setting. I know there's some things that for the trust, exactly, that's something. Now, I don't know much about the alliance setting part yet. I'm still getting to that portion, but I see where you're coming from. There's some stuff I've noticed with trust that's just like a no. I think if they want to expand more on the single-player content, I think they really do need to open up trust to being more flexible and open to everything. I think that's what they need to do. Because they made it clear in the 2024 announcement, and especially with this, they're tweaking some stuff for player. Like, obviously, in-game content, they're not going to be bringing in, like, new big events or big new expansions anytime soon. They made that clear with the 2024 one, and they're kind of sticking to their guns with this one. So it makes sense to me that they're focusing on the players, like with this survey. They're focusing on gameplay. I like that. I think with how long Final Fantasy XI's been around, it's definitely not a bad idea just to keep everything, nice and polished. And then when everything's looking good, then you can actually focus on adding some new event stuff or some new items. I think that's a really good idea. I think they're going down a good path. I think it's a good idea. How satisfied are you with the login campaign? So, whoa! Japan is not happy. What? Whoa! Does Japan just have bad login campaigns compared to us? They should be the same, right? Goodness gracious, Japan. You guys are not happy with the logins. I'm very neutral. I think I put neutral for it for me. Or at least satisfied. I don't think I put anything big. Japan, what is going on? While the overseas players are more satisfied with the campaign rewards on average, the overall picture in Japan shows that the players are pretty evenly split between satisfied, neutral, and dissatisfied. Same. So, same for you having neutral on that one, Jason, or are you dissatisfied? If you look at the reasons for the responses, players mention that the login campaigns feature many fixed rewards that are swapped in and out on a regular basis, which I'm kind of okay with that. Causing anything other than rewards consisting of 500 points to be a bit repetitive. Okay, I can see the repetitive part. I can see that, because even with a year of playing, I noticed a little bit of repetitiveness on that. Little tiny bit. They also wish to see more upgrade materials for their equipment. That one I could definitely see, for Jason, something you'd be interested in. I could see that being a big one. Such as the most powerful weapons and also Empyrean armor. That would make sense. I think that would be a good idea. Additionally, numerous players from both Japan and overseas want to see the campaigns feature even more items, including some that boost exemplar points, specific currencies for certain in-game content, and also the items that are needed to participate in various battle content. 100% agree with that. I 100%. I can't remember what I put. I think I put satisfied because it's not something I care about that much. Exactly. Like, I can go either or on it. I can live with it. But I do see where they come with repetitiveness. I see that because I did notice that. I did like some of the items for the frequent logins. I like that you got some good stuff out of it. I think even now and then, like, it was rare, but they did like a trust they did now and then, which I'm 100% a fan of that. I think they did at least one or two. But yes, I agree at the very bottom with players voicing that they want to see the specific currencies, because I know I'm going to be coming to that very soon. Certain in-game content, which again, and then also participate various battle content. That is something I want now that I'm getting higher levels. I want to focus on that also. That's going to be a bigger focus for me coming up. How satisfied are you with the content of the monthly campaigns? This one I'm very satisfied on. I like the monthly campaigns. What do we got? Japan once again breaking the mold. Japan. Why don't you like it? I'm not trying to be just like, what's the word for it? I'm not trying to localize everything to Japan because it's a Japanese game. But Japan, this is your own game. That was a voice crack. Japan, this is your own game. Why do you have such a problem with it? Yeah, they tend to repeat what they let you get from it, and trusts come around twice a year, I think. Exactly. Like, the trusts I enjoyed, but I would be okay with more trusts, like getting a permanent Cornelia on the team, because I noticed my Cornelia is gone, but they said it was like a 6-month trust. I would love getting permanent Cornelia. I would be okay with that. I'd be 100% okay with that. Japan. What's going on, homies? Oh, wait. I don't want to give up this one here. Not yet. Japan, what's going on? So, overseas is actually kind of okay with monthlies, which I was okay with it, so I'm fine with that. Japan, though, a good, like, what do we got? 7, 6, so 13, so like 20. So a quarter of their demographic. No, not a quarter. I'm counting satisfied. Never mind. Like a fifth of their demographic is upset with the monthlies. Why is that? The response to this question were similar to those regarding the login campaigns. Okay, wait, I want to see, which do they hate more? They're more okay with the monthlies, which is fine. I really like the monthlies, so I understand that. But yeah, they still have a hate for it. Yeah, Cornelia will be back next year, LOL. It's going to be Yoshi P Trust next. Not sure when though. Oh, Yoshi P sounds cool. I haven't gotten Yoshi P yet. I want to see Yoshi P. Sorry, Matsui P, not Yoshi P. I haven't seen Matsui yet, so I want to see some Matsui. I'm okay with that. I want to see some Matsui. The responses to the question were similar, blah, blah, but overall, most respondents stated that they were satisfied in particular, campaigns that help level up their characters and their ability to play solo were especially popular. I agree. Such as those that offer experience points and capacity points and the Trust Magic campaigns. Yes, yes, and yes, that is what I like to hear. I was around for that one for the Trust Campaign month. I loved it. I thought it was amazing. They have 2 a year. I participated in both. I would love to do it again. Obviously, the next one will be coming up this year. Yes, 100,000%. Very satisfied automatically. On the other hand, some of the reasons cited for players' dissatisfaction were the campaigns included the repetitive nature of certain campaigns, a lack of campaigns that were related to more current in-game content, and the gap between the campaign's quality when the more lucrative campaigns were absent from the campaign lineup. I understand that. I'm not around enough to really understand that one because I haven't gone through that yet, but I see where they're coming from for the long-time players. The most common requested included a campaign for acquiring exemplar points as well as a new campaign based on Sortie and Odyssey. Okay, I can see they want some new stuff. I don't think they're going to be getting that because they already stated in the 2024 one that they don't plan on doing new stuff right now. But if that already exists, yeah, just throw in, well, they said new campaigns. Throw in the old ones that are kind of more, like really spread them out. Like the game's been around a while. I think that's a possibility they could do. But yeah, once I get to the point I've been playing a lot more often for a few years, I think I'll understand that one more. But yeah, I see where the longtime players would come from. All right. Please select up to 3 items that you would especially like to see in future version updates. I already kind of know the answer to this one, but here we go. You ready? That's what I asked for, LOL, for exemplar points because they are brutal. Exactly. I think make the harder stuff monthly campaigns will make things easier. Like even if you brought it in like, I don't know, like 4 times a year, like once every quarter, I think that would help out a lot. Because they aren't adding new content, so I understand the need, like, make you grind so you're playing more, but it's like, come on. They're going on 23 years. Cut some people a break here. Like, come on. Like, they're already paying to play. Just let them get the stuff. Here we go. I already know what some of the 3 are. I already know because I saw, like, a little spoiler on the Facebook page I'm a part of, but here we go. Here we go. So, number 1, job balance adjustments. Number 2, adjustments to existing content. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is something for... Okay. So the biggest one in overseas, additional scenarios and quests. 100% agree. I love story. I think that's great. Second place additional battle content. I can see that one too. I'd like a lot more... Like I was experimenting and looking into the ways to play Corsair. There's already a lot there, but I wouldn't mind adding more to it than just a gambling system. 45. We've got number 4. Character development, Job Master, Master Shield. That wouldn't be bad. All of these are really not that bad. What is number 9? None of the above. Barely anyone said none of the above in overseas. Even Japan's only got 3.5%. Everyone was like, no, there's stuff that needs to be done. I think it's funny. There were a number of people that were like, no. You need to improve some things. I love it. Even the people that are satisfied are like, well, we'd like more if you can. What's the second low? 7? Records of Eminence. Yeah. By what I've seen for Records of Eminence, I think it's mainly taken care of. Like, again, I haven't gone too deep into everything, but as far as a newbie that's played for a year, I think everything you got to worry about for Records of Eminence is kind of handled and taken care of. Number 5. Monthly campaigns, which is something that we were just talking about. But I guess if you're comparing it to all this stuff, there is some stuff that would take precedence. Yeah, mostly all the numbers. Oh, number 3. Additional battle content. So Japan basically thinks it's fine. The rest of the world is like, add a bit more. I like that. There is a difference there. But mainly, aside from that, everything else is very similar. Number 3 is the only one that's got some difference. And number 4, character development like Job Master. So overseas wants some more. Then again, Japan has always been like very sequestered to having their own style of things and sticking to it. I can understand why they, if they think it's like ain't broke, don't fix it kind of mindset. I can see how it's like that. Like, this is working perfectly fine. We don't need to do anything else. Overseas, we are very gluttonous on having more stuff added. So I understand that. I get it. I do. But job balance adjustments, I'm thinking as a Corsair mindset and everything I've played. I think what I've seen with Red Mage, Warrior, and Corsair, I think balancing is pretty much taken care of. I think there's a decent balance. I don't think, for what I've played at least, I've noticed there needs to be tweaks. I think that's okay so far. Man, let me finish off this cop drop so it doesn't sound like I got something in my mouth. I'll just swallow what's left. There we go. On a general note, Japanese players mostly wanted to see adjustments to existing content, including job balance revisions. Meanwhile, overseas players tend to request new ways to play the game, such as new character development features and additional battle content. One common thread between both groups was the desire to see new scenarios and quests added to the game. I agree with that. I love seeing new stuff. Doesn't even have to be big stuff. Just throw in some stuff here and there. The following 5 categories received many responses from both Japanese and overseas players, so let's take a closer look at the comments received for each one. So they're going to look at the top 5. Here we go. These were the 5 they were looking at. So, additional scenarios and quests. Implement new stories and quests to help provide additional motivation for playing the game. I understand that. Definitely, like the story's been around for a while. Keep the story moving. Like, put things in-game that you don't need expansions for. I can see that. I want to explore new areas that I have never seen before. Understandable. This kind of content can be played solo, so it's good motivation to start playing the game again. Yeah. Please create stories that take a more in-depth look into the game's setting. I can agree with that. I know later on there's like a lot of things that cover like the previous war and everything. I understand that. For me, I'm kind of okay with that one, but I understand once more is played, that's a bigger thing. Job balancing adjustments. Some jobs are relatively overpowered. Red Mage is very strong. So I would like to see the less effective jobs such as Ninja, Ranger, and Beastmaster receive a buff. I have heard Beastmaster is a very underutilized class. Ranger, I didn't hear much about Ranger, and Ninja, I can see it, but I haven't heard anything about that. I know Ninja makes very good supporting for a secondary class for a sub job. I know that for a fact. I've seen nothing but good things for that. But I think the ninjutsu one and the scrolls can definitely be worked on. Please replace abilities that are not really used anymore with other more useful abilities instead. I think if you decided to give Corsair a full makeover, you would have to change the entire playstyle of Corsair. By what I've seen. Like Red Mage, Warrior, those are very basic, trivial ways to play. Trivial is the wrong word. Ninja is one of the most powerful jobs. Really? So I guess most people just don't like Ninja, I guess. But apparently Ninja, they want more powerful. We'll see. As far as I'm concerned, I've read that it's a very good sub job for many things. I've heard Dancer is like the best sub job you can have for anything. Dancer is apparently the best there is. But Ninja, I've heard good things about. For sub job. Main job, I haven't heard a lot, but sub job I've heard it's very good. The gameplay itself has not received any changes in quite some time, so I would like to see more new elements added. That I just don't see happening. I'm sorry. I don't see that happening, period. They've stated 2024, and they've touched on it on this one. They don't plan on doing anything about that. Like the game, they're going to make it more user-friendly, but I don't see them changing the settings or the style. It's going to stay the same. I'm sorry. In my opinion, by what I've read and what I've researched, they're going to keep it just as it is. It ain't broke, don't fix it mindset. Yeah, anyone who says otherwise ain't playing it right. That sounds like any class of any game. If you don't like it, you obviously ain't doing it right. There is no best sub job, just situational depending on what you were doing. Again, I see that, yeah. Like, for instance, like, I'm going to have, like, the Warrior as my sub job as, like, a backup in case like, Ninja's not doing it for me and I need some power. Like, Warrior's going to be my backup just in case. Please make it so that we can more easily access the blue magic and puppet sets. I have heard nothing but hardships about blue magic. By what I haven't experienced it, by what I've heard, and I've heard from everyone that's ever been in stream, yeah, blue magic is its own beast. I can see why that would be correct. I think that they have a point there. Additional battle content. There's nothing new left to do in the game, so please add new content to help motivate players to return. That's a very understandable one. I get that. Please add high-level content outside of the master trials that will serve as a test of player skill. I could see that one. Please add new battle content that can easily be taken or solo with other smaller parties. I like that one. Please add new battle content that can be taken on by large numbers of players. Okay, so both of them. So alliances. Which Niravan was talking about earlier for trust in alliances. So I see where that is. So I'm guessing alliances are just really huge groups. So, okay, I don't see anything wrong with the battle content for what they're asking. I don't see anything wrong. I can see that. Again, they're not going to be touching on anything new, so I think some of that people are going to be really waiting on. But yeah, I can see where people are coming from with that. I like it. I don't see anything to argue or add on. I think everything words itself perfectly. Character development, job master, master levels. Please add new character development elements in order to help motivate players to return to the game. Understandable. The experience points penalty for master levels is too strict. Please relax it somewhat. I can see that. Alliance is usually 18 people. Okay, so, like, that's the big boy groups. Okay. Blue magic is cool. The problem is that you have to first earn your spells. Then in order to use them, you have to set them in a menu. That sounds difficult. Like, you have to macro your spells, kind of. Okay. But near event allies usually 18. Okay, so I've never been a part of an alliance before. You can only set so many based off of a point-based system. Thing is, if you ever use blue magic as a sub-job. Thing is that I know I can dual wield with blue magic, but I know you have to get really high leveled in blue magic to do that. I would totally return to official if they did a bit more on the overhaul on BST. BST was my main going back 20 plus years. Near event. That's right, we've talked about that before, near event. You're one of the OG players. You're an OG. You're one of the original gamers, my man. You have to reset all the spells again and again if you switch back to it as a main job. Oh my good, you're kidding me. I think that people are asking for it is a simple way to automate that. See, even automating by what you told me, automating sounds like it would be a drastic improvement from resetting sets. That sounds like it would be 100% like a good idea. Here we are talking Final Fantasy 11 and we're not even like playing the game. You know what? I can at least put the music on quick. Am I? Yeah, I'm still logged in, just chilling in my house. Okay. You know what? Let's just leave him there. Why not? We're doing good. I can always put YouTube. I could just put background YouTube on with like Selbina or like Final Fantasy 11 music. I'm gonna put some music on quick. Give me one second. I'm putting some music on. We're gonna get some music going here, and then I want to read the actual breakdown of what they have here. I really want to read what they came up with after we have the data. Let's put some music. Let's put some Final Fantasy 11 music on. Give me one sec. Ooh, Gears of War Intel. Ooh, the Gears of War Intel podcast. I really want to listen to that new one. That looks really good. I'm going to open that in a new one so I have it. I'm going to get some Final Fantasy 11 music. Yeah, let's just get the playlist going. If there's any ads, though, I don't want to play it. I just want to play... That's remixes and I just want a full long video. A walk across Vanadale, chatting, Final Fantasy 11. Okay, don't want that. I just want the music. I don't want ads playing either. Sleep music, calm Final Fantasy. Okay, this is the calming Final Fantasy 11. I just want a long video. I just want a very long video. That's all I want. Western rougher music. This could work. As long as there's no ads, this could work fine. If ads come up, we're out. But right now, this will be fine. It is Final Fantasy 11 music. We're doing Final Fantasy 11. I think it's only right we do it. I think this works fine. This one sounding good? Okay, that's good. We're playing Final Fantasy 11, so I think it's fine we play it. If it gets too loud, let me know and I'll bring it down. In fact, I think I might turn it down a little bit right now just to be safe. Sorry I didn't slide it. That was just a quick, like, boop. Okay, let's continue on our readings. Alright, I think that... Okay. BST Master was very cool and still is. I think that they... Beast Tamer, I think, right? I think so. Did an update that meant that if you wanted to use certain pets, you would have to stand next to them when they were fighting for something, putting the BST itself in danger. Blue is very good in my opinion. The amount of work needed to make it good was just overwhelming at times. Okay, I get that. By what Jason has said, I get that. It is very good. It's just the spell switching that isn't so good. LOL. Yeah. I can see Blue Mage seems like it would be a bit too much for me at the moment. Sounds good. Ronifer is always... Yeah, I think this is good. I think this will be good for right now. You know what? Best of both worlds. I'm going to put it up a little bit. Let's get those sound levels a little bit higher. There, a little bit more. There. I think that's good background. Alright, we basically just went through everything here. So, I think... Job Master Growth. I think that's good. So I'm going to keep going through so we can continue and actually go over the actual breakdown of things. And then once that's done, we'll get back to playing and do some New Year's events. Question for lapsed players. Which of the following would possibly convince you to return to the game? So let's see what the plebs that aren't playing are saying nowadays. No offense to anyone who's not playing. The distance on Beast Tamer kind of bummed me out, but I kind of understand why. Let me MPK with BST again, and I'll consider it a good trade-off, LOL. Like, that's the thing, like, that's the thing that I like about the survey that's brought up in this kind of stuff. It's like, the ways people would want it updated so they could come back and play. I really like that a lot, because it does show, like, what do we have to do as the people in charge of this game to bring things back? Let's get this. There. It shows me that there is stuff that can be worked on that would bring people back. I like that. LOL MPK. That went out with the dinosaurs, LOL. Alright, MPK. I'm not a smart man, but MPK. Let me MPK with BST. I don't want to get it wrong and sound like an idiot if I say it. So I'm just going to keep my mouth shut for the moment. Okay. Labs players. Which of the following would convince you to come back? Here we go. These are for the players that aren't playing. The biggest one is lower monthly subscription fees. Of course it comes down to the money. Japan doesn't have a problem paying it. Japan says changes to my life. Oh, mass player skill. Oh, monster player kill, mass player kill. Okay. I'm assuming it's one of the two. Changes to my lifestyle. If I wasn't working or having a life, I'd play more often, basically, is Japan's answer. You gotta be kidding me. That's the answer? That's what they went with? You goobers. That's funny. So basically, okay, for anyone who doesn't know about Japanese culture, I'm not gonna make it sound like I'm a weeb or anything. To anyone who knows about Japanese culture, Japan, when it comes to the citizens of Japan and how Japan operates, it very much is like a work, grind kind of mindset. So, it's also very routine. Routine and grindy is the best way to put, like, the majority, not everything, but the majority of, like, the Japanese mindset. Like, there are horror stories of people who work so hard they fall asleep on bus, you know, on buses, on benches, at subways, they just pass out. It's just a normal thing, and people just walk by it. It's just a thing. That just happens. But basically, it's like you really focus on doing, like, everything in front of you, and you don't have as much free time as you would expect, like, in the other overseas areas or in the States. What would happen if you fight a monster and it kills you? It would roam back to its spawn point and aggro anyone in its path. Now, most of them will just vanish once they have murdered you, LOL. Oh, really? They just disappear? They don't return? I know with a lot of MMOs, creatures will just return to where they were. That's just a thing. Oh. I didn't know that's how it was back in the day. And did they keep it that way? Collaborations with other titles. Wow, a lot of people just want to see Final Fantasy for Final Fantasy. I think I picked collaborations. I'd love to see collabs done. Another thing they used to do was drag a train of 10 to 20 monsters to a zone line. And then I'm assuming just have them fade and it would count as kills? I'm assuming, Jason. But yeah, number 7 for overseas is lower monthly subscriptions. Like, dang. Additional battle content. Japan's fine without that. 6. What is 6? Collaborations. I don't think collaborations is a bad idea. I kind of like that idea. Now, this is going to get very mainstream instead of Final Fantasy-esque, but, I mean, heck, do a crossover with Magic. Do Magic the Gathering. Crossover with it. Have some monsters that are known well in Magic. Bring them over. D&D. Dungeons and Dragons. Bring over the Eye of the Beholder and all that. Bring over things from D&D into it. Like, do some crossovers. Now, I don't think we're ever going to get things like Assassin's Creed, but, you know, we're not going to go down the Monster Hunter one like Devil May Cry Assassin's Creed, but hell, you have plenty of games that fall into this mythos you can easily bring in. I think that's a great idea. I love how 1.5% of overseas is, I don't think I'd return is 1.5. Like, people are willing to come back. I like that. And then 5% in Japan would probably never come back, and yet they took the survey. That blows my mind. It's like, you guys are willing to take the survey, but not, like, put in what you'd like to see to come back? Like, come on. Like, I'd love to come, like, imagine I got bored of Final Fantasy 11 someday, and they announced, like, what's an old title that, oh, what if they did, this is really stretching it, but I don't see them doing it. But imagine like Digimon. Hey, some of the monsters are some of the Digimon you can fight. I'm like, oh hell, I'd love to fight a goddamn War Greymon. Let's do it. I think it would work out fine. Anyone zoning it would die or for sure, lol, but they would walk to their spawn points, roaming areas, and aggro anyone in their path. Oh, I get what you mean. It worked like this for both normal mods and NM. Okay. There are still NMs that will stay up and aggro others, but they are now fewer and far between. I'm imagining because of time going by, you know, I can see that. I understand that. But yeah, I can't believe that. Like, 5% would never return, but they still took the survey. The question was aimed at players who have been away for some time in the game. They were able to select as many responses as needed, and yet they still selected it. Of special interest is the number one answer from both Japan and overseas. The main thing that could bring Japanese players back to the game was changes to their lifestyle, meaning things such as finding additional time for gaming. Meanwhile, the most popular answer overseas was lower monthly subscription fees. I don't think the subscription's a bad price. I mean, we talked about it when I did the survey. Like, yeah, you could definitely drop it. I see the reason for dropping it. I understand making it lower. I get it. 100%. The game's older. You know, there's not as many people. You could bring in more people and, like, substitute the dollars lost to new players. I get that. I 100% get it. I think it makes sense. But, like, that's the like, of course, overseas is going to be number one for that. Lower monthly subscription fees also rank highly among Japanese players, and upon examining the issues further, we noticed that numerous respondents wanted to see a discount for subscribing to both Final Fantasy 11 and 14. This is something we talked about in the stream. We talked about this. This is something, I think, Jason, you might have brought this up. Or there was another person that was in stream that day. This was brought up. This 100% I agree with. At the same time, speaking of Final Fantasy 14, there were also many players who would like to see the graphics in 11 receive an upgrade. You do not know how hard of a job that would be. It's not, but there were many private servers. Now people can play for free, so that's what they do. Exactly, yeah. Like, there's a full remake of this game that's free. But they are buggy and art complete. Exactly. Like, this is the one that's fine-tuned, but graphics aren't there. Yes, like, I can guarantee you to see a graphics update in Final Fantasy 11. This world will end before there is a graphics update. Like, you will, like, and I'm talking major graphic update, not like clarity or anything. Like, to get all the characters looking less boxy, you will not see that. That is by far one of the hardest things you will ever see in a game this old. Upgrading all of that after 22 to 23 years. Good luck. That ain't happening. It would bring in a lot of players, but it ain't happening. Overseas, the second most popular reply was other. As we looked into the reasons behind the answer, we discovered that many of them wanted the game to create a Final Fantasy XI Classic server. This is something I think a lot of people that have been coming into stream would love to see. That would recreate the game as it was during its level 75 era. To be fair, I think that's a good call. I think that's actually a very good call. I'd be playing the current one because that's what I'm accustomed to, but I think the level 75 era is a good call. Just like what they did with RuneScape. I think that's, like, RuneScape, you got the original. I think that's a really good call. This response echoes that of many similar requests that have come from North American players for quite some time now. North America wants to relive the glory days, baby! The addition of new scenarios and quests also received a large number of votes. There was strong demand for new stories from not only current players, but also those who have been away from the game for a while as well. Understandable. Closing comments. Let's get this done and I'll read the big fancy one. Although we have conducted similar surveys in the past, this is perhaps the first time that we have launched one of this magnitude. Like you were saying, Jason, you told me that this was the first time you've seen something like this. So when Jason the Sage says it, I believe. Thanks to the large number of responses we received, this survey was provided us with very useful results. The glory days are now, not then. LOL. I can respect that. Again, I wasn't around for the glory days, so my glory days are right now. These are my glory days. In an effort to get the most objective results possible, we tried to avoid any biases or considerations from the development team when crafting the survey questions. I like that. Trust me, the game is so much better now than at 75. I'll take your word for it. I like the fact I can max my characters past 75 now. Or my character. But I like this. We made a concentrated effort to compile the replies from the open section in a rather detached and mechanical manner rather than simply picking and choosing replies based on convenience, for example. I like that. The purpose of this analysis was to examine the trends that have been spotted in the responses so far and to share them with everyone so as to eliminate any possible discrepancies in their perception of a game as the time goes on and the results continue to come in and undergo additional analysis. By disclosing this data upfront, we hope to use these results to help guide our future development efforts for the game in a way that can hopefully satisfy as many players as possible. I like that they're aiming at the players. The survey also included an open comment section which we plan to read each and every one of them and use them as a reference for our future policy and initiatives regarding the game. Once again, we would like to offer our heartfelt gratitude to our kind cooperation with this survey. We hope that you continue to enjoy the world of Final Fantasy XI. Whew, that's a lot of words. Let's get the big guns in here now, shall we? The one I've been wanting to read. Let's get it in here. Do they have... Yeah, so this is after everything we read for this. This is on the survey itself. And then I'm going to pause that because that's a video for later. Here we go. Okay. So, a little bit of... I'm going to see if I can't zoom in a little bit. That has my options. I'm very sensitive about my options being seen. Just because I don't want to be that guy who accidentally shows the world what he's got. I know that doesn't have anything in specific, but I'm just being safe. Here we go. Okay, let's read it. Here we go. These are the breakdowns for everything. So I already read the beginning with the whole, we received tons of blah, blah, blah. All the responses we received will be carefully reviewed, including the open comment section. Here we go. The actual breakdown for things that I really liked. So, again, I haven't read this yet, but I saw somewhat of a spoiler on a Facebook page talking about it a little bit. Moving on, I would like to talk about the future of Final Fantasy XI for a bit. Here we go. The real meat and potatoes of what we're looking at. That's a Nuxtaku reference when I enjoyed watching him. He's gotten weird as of late. I don't watch him anymore. He's still a decent dude, but it's not my thing anymore. While some of these initiatives were already being discussed before the survey, I want to cover some of the game elements that will be adjusted due to what we managed to glean from the survey responses. Expanded solo play options is our first one on here. This was the one I knew about. They are expanding solo play. They're making solo play a lot more of an open thing. So it already is very open, but they're opening it up a bit more. So, many people play the game solo for various reasons, including instances when it is difficult to form parties, or simply because they prefer to experience the game on their own. That's me. In order to provide such players with an extra challenge, we will be looking at powering up the alter ego system, and also taking a look at the entry requirements for battle content that requires players to form parties. By doing so, it is our hope that solo players can have an experience that is more in line with the endgame content. This I knew about. This I like. For me, I am a solo gamer. I have always been a solo gamer. I will play multiplayer games, but I prefer playing games solo. I like playing with people I know and playing with people couch game, like couch multiplayer. I like that. But I do like playing by myself. Unless it's very specific people, I don't like to play with multiple people unless it's something I have to do and I'm forced to. Like, for instance, the Christmas event when I have to trade with someone to get my boots. I don't want to do it, but I am forced to do it, so I have to do it. I'm very happy with what they're doing here. Auto group improvements. This one is for people who are in groups. If you wish to create a party, you need to recruit other players through the chat function, which can be cumbersome for players doing the recruiting and also serving as a barrier to party formation. Therefore, we are currently looking into a system that at least partially organizes parties based on adventurers who want to play the game content at any given time. For example, we have discussed the possibility of opening up the Assist channel, which is aimed at beginners and returning players, which I am a part of the Assist channel at the moment, to the general player base and adding it to the party recruitment channel that includes the party formation system. I think it wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm not really a party person, but it makes sense. Revitalizing existing content and character leveling adjustments. Here we go. I don't know anything about this one. From here on out, the solo part is the only thing I really knew about. Everything else is new to me. The survey included many requests to make improvements to existing game content and also implement additions to the battle content. Last year, we added support for higher levels to Besieged, which I feel was a good response to such requests. Continuing on this path, we are considering implementing item level support for Besieged and also refreshing the Limbus area as well, so we'll be following up with more updates once they're available. So, okay, working on Besieged. Cool. In addition, the large amount of content that has been added to the game over the years means that it can be difficult to know where to start when leveling up your character. I agree with this. Therefore, we are considering ways to help you progress through the quests, such as adjustments to the Records of Eminence, or by reducing the number of upgrade steps needed for your equipment. These changes should help players gain access to higher level equipment more easily. This is probably some good news for you, Jason, and also for Pumpkin, and also for better than the word for Aaron. That's good news. Please note that while we are still trying to decide the exact specifications and timelines of such efforts, we are rather close to finalizing things. So they're almost there. While we will continue to examine and confirm the relevant details, we have decided to make improvements such as additional automaton attachments and blue magic sets a priority. They're talking about blue magic. We also have various other improvements in mind, so we'll be sure to share them when we have more info. Alright, so they are looking into blue mage. What is next? We don't want to power up Besiege. They already powered it up a bit, but it's brutal if they go too much with it. So they might be overpowering something. Okay. I still have to touch Besiege. I still haven't done Besiege yet. That's still on the list also. If we are successful in implementing any of these features, we must first ensure that the game is able to continue operating smoothly. This is something I was wondering about. The game is a bit older. Like, they're still working on what they created this with. People need to remember that. Therefore, our development and operations teams will be giving priority to the game's stability and ease of play throughout the year, so that we can provide you with the game experience you've come to expect, while also making new additions and improvements. People need to remember that this game was made over 20 years ago. Like, yeah, they can upgrade and do as much as they need, but at some point, the system, the game that is holding all of this won't be able to do it anymore. That's why I talk about the big, massive graphic change that would change everything's look. I don't see it happening. Like, I think it would just overclock this entire system they're running on. I just don't think it would work. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but I don't see it happening. I hope that you continue to enjoy the world of Final Fantasy XI. Final Fantasy XI producer and director Yoji Fujito. And that, boys and girls, is the entire... That's it. And then it just goes on to the events for this year for what's going on for New Year's. Yeah, that took quite a bit of time, but I think it was worth it to get all that information. I think that was a very much needed breakdown of everything. So, let me just put up full camera and get everything back in order how I had it. That is something I very much enjoyed hearing. That I enjoyed a lot. Alright, so now I'm going to stop the music in order to get my music. That was a read. That was a lot of reading. If third parties can do a graphics overhaul, then SC can do it too, lol. And that's the thing, like, I think, like, a graphic overhaul, because, again, like, if I see it as, like, the third party, if they can do it, Square can too. But I see it as, like, the third party has also recreated the game from the ground up and made, like, a port that's free and private servers. It's like they created their own thing and it's run on something different. Like, I'm strongly believing they're running on some old stuff still. I can't tell you how much of an improvement it makes. You're right. I think graphic-wise, it does play... Like, I'm someone who doesn't care about graphics, but I do agree. In some cases, I think graphics really do help make or break a game. I really do. I think giving a graphic improvement and putting a fresh coat of paint on things... Well, not even a fresh coat. We're taking off the boards altogether, putting up new boards and putting paint on there. I think, honestly... Not a bad idea. I don't think it's bad at all. It's just a very big project with how much is in this game. That would be like an entire year undertaking to do. And to implement it, the size of that update would be massive. The size of that update. Oh. Not on private servers, for all servers. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, like, the size of that update to update all graphics in this game, I would poop my pants. That's a big one. That's a big fish. Let me get this, at least. Yeah, like, it's just big. The third parties make the graphics HD by just remaking some DATs and stuff like that. And that's the thing, like, I don't expect them to do what RuneScape did and fully change everything. They're not going to do that. But, I mean, like, it's going to be interesting. Not talking about an entire game engine overall. That's true. Like, we're not talking about entire game engine. If they did that, trust me, that's a bigger project. I feel like there's a lot that it would take. I don't think they couldn't do it, but I think it would be a very big thing to do. And I feel like if they want to just tweak things and not really touch on in-game, now would kind of be a time to do it. For example, see the carpet you're standing on now? Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, like this would be like fully more sharp. You'd have a lot more detail into it. The cobblestone itself taken care of. They have HD texture packs, and then you can also oversample. Yep. Things like that have been worked to make it nicer and better. There are guides out there for that. Exactly. And I'm not trying to get too deep into the weeds for like graphics or anything, because obviously I'm not a genius with any of this, but I understand the basics and a little bit deeper in. But it's just like, imagine this carpet looks like an actual carpet I'm standing on right now. Like that level of graphic, and it's just the game itself is like that. Like no additions, no packs, the game itself. That itself, it takes time to put updates into. Now imagine that with this entire room. I walk out to Bastock, all of Bastock. These cobblestones are in like HD high def. I can make out everything clearly. That, the level of detail, like then you have Sandoria, Winters, all the areas, you have all the expansions. Like that's massive. That'll be like cray, yo. Again, like I'm not trying to get too deep in the weeds, because obviously, as you can see, HD packs and everything go above my head. I'm a gamer. I'm not the smartest man in the world. But I see where everyone's coming from. I do. Near Evangelist, I do see where you're coming from. I do. I'm not trying to make it sound of just like, no, this is harder than you think. No, you guys are very much correct. There's ways to make it visually more appealing. But I mean, like, as a game's core itself, that is where I'm like, that's going to be hard. I think they could do it, but it's just harder. I'm using my hands for some reason. Again, not trying to make it sound like arguments or anything. I'm not. I guarantee you guys know a whole lot more than me. It's just one of those things I think about when it's just like to actually put it into place. That's a lot. That's a big thing. That's an entire version update of something altogether. Like imagine like you get, it's like 1.99999. That's where you'd implement like, all right, Final Fantasy 11 2.0. That's the big boy. Okay. So, I want to do some New Year's stuff. I want to do New Year's. I want to do the New Year's. What are we doing for New Year's? Okay, so I'm going to get the zoom out for this so I can just read what the events for this. Okay, here we go. What are the events? Tuesday, December. Additionally, Characharoon in Rudley Gardens will be selling special limited time items. Let's go to the gardens. I want to see what he's selling at the gardens. And then we'll return here. Event details during NPCs related to snakes will be parading around the following areas. NPCs in related areas. NPCs, the summoner. Yep, so Aki-Ome Spirit. Speak with Ake or Ome in the following locations to obtain the Aki-Ome Spirit item, which grants the ability to possess a special monster in Monstrosity. Oh, okay. Okay. I guess I could grab that. Bring cheer to the... Okay. The Moogles will celebrate... Will have cleverly hidden 7 types of Tenshodo trading cards, yes, across the land, and challenge the goblins for them. But the cunning goblins, determined to come out on top in the contest, have taken to riding chocobos, and that simply isn't fair. Kupo. Collect the specific trading cards and deliver them to the Moogle in order to exchange them for fabulous rewards. Speaking to the Moogle... Okay, I think these furnaces are the rewards. I think the... Okay, limited time items. I think the Moogles give out a furnace. I think they give a furnace. So I'm going to go ahead. Is there one here? No. I'd have to go and find the spirit guy. Let's go to the gardens. I want to go to the gardens first. I want to see what special items are out. I want to see the special items. We're going to Juno. I want to go to the gardens. Take me there. So the 8. This is... Actually, this is probably exactly where I want to be. Yeah, let's go. We're going to the gardens. You know, now that you mention it, like, not seeing Pumpkins or Aaron in right now really does make me think they're, like, actually partying about the whole news about Canada. Ooh, I do enjoy... I don't know why, but the beginning of Juno's music always sounds really nice to me. Alright, so I-A-H... I don't remember the Moogla I got talked to. Oh, I think it's that Explorer Moog. Is it? Oh, this is 9. Okay, going the wrong way. I want to go west and east. So let's go... I should be able to just see him around here somewhere. I-8. Okay, he's around here somewhere. Oh, it's you. I believe it's you. You got good stuff for me? See, his detail looks pretty good. And you can tell he's from an expansion. His detail looks good. I like the detail added, like the mouth movement and the eyes. It looks very detailed. I really like that. Pumpkin probably had to go back to classes. Aaron probably asleep. Very true. After the 24-hour stream last week, I think they've earned the right to, like, take a moment to breathe, get some class stuff done. Happy New Year. Chacharoon wishing... Jeez, that name. Happy New Year. Chacharoon wishing you very best in New Year for Quirian Way by giving you things for 2025 jingly. Oh, his knapsack. A special grab bag containing a plethora of gifts specifically selected by Chacharoon. Susaroon's gifts. A New Year's gift from Susaroon. About those pouches. In Homeland... Oh, jeez, he sounds like Jar Jar. In Homeland, people bring jingly in pouches and give to other people they like. Oh, I can hear what they got. Ooh, fusion. Oh, okay. You give me jingly, I put in pouch. Then I give you pouch for you to give to friends. Okay. But you cannot open pouch yourself. Only friend can. Must be mysterious Moogle magic. Oh, so I can do my own pouch? 10,000. Ooh. People are making money off this thing. Chacharoon's knapsack. Come here. Yes. How much does it cost? Ooh, a Chacharoon knapsack. What is inside? Maybe you get something special. Obtain. Okay. Done for today. So I can only get one. Okay. What's in the pouch, dude? What did you give me? Oh, it's nice to see there's another Link Shell guild here. What's in your pouch? I know I gotta open it, but I don't have the, I gotta make room. What's in your pouch, bud? If I can find the pouch. I need to put some of this stuff away. I need to make room in my inventory. I need to actually work on inventory. I'm scared. I need to go make open space first before I open this thing. I'm scared to open the pouch. He probably left literally just a steaming honking pile of crap in it. Just took a Duke in the knapsack and just wanted me to open it. Yeah, it's nice to see that there are other people just up and playing today. I like it. That survey must have got a lot of people just up and moving. I like it, I like it, I like it. I like seeing the people up and going. Makes me feel like it's not just me in this world. Oh, it's probably... gotta go. Why is your... Oh, you're a player. I was gonna say, why is opener guarding the door? Okay, it says this is to residential. Why can't I go anywhere? Why can't I go to residential? Yes, I'd like to go to residential. Thank you kindly. Looks like it, lol. I'm gonna clear my inventory and this dude took a crap in it. I already know he took a crap in the bag. I can guarantee you he duked in this bag. There's gonna be a big stinking Jar Jar turd in this bag. I know it. I have a feeling. I feel it in my guts because that's where it came out from him to go in my bag. One moment. There we go. Okay. Oh, this is a nice room. I need to start working on getting a bed for my house. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Well. There we go. Jeez, that was weird. Alright, so. I won't lie to you, my little man. We might not have room for a lot of stuff. I have to bite the bullet. I kept it all organized so well. I'm going to have to just throw things in the second one where I kept the weapons. I did a good job keeping it taken care of, but it's time to just start throwing stuff in. I like having things organized, but even I have to admit I can't have them organized right now. Alright, and then I can make room to move more things. I need to figure out what I'm doing with this jack-o'-lantern. Alright, anyway. What can I take and what can I put in? Broken U-rod. I'm just going to take that and get rid of it. I'm just going to sell it. Or get rid... I'll do something with the broken U-rod. I just got to get rid of it. We got to make room for things we actually need in here. Just things we don't need and I can sell. That's what we're going to do. Goblin helm. I can get goblin helms everywhere. I'm okay getting rid of a goblin helm. Put the death card in there. That's for a quest later. Put all 5 in there. I need stuff I know I can just get more from. Chocobo pass. I think I have chocobo passes. No, chocobo ticket. Eviliths, flawed garnet. Well, I could probably sell a flawed garnet for some cash. These two I could sell for cash probably, but nope. Gotta just stick to what we're doing. Oh wait, I have silver. I can put a silver voucher in there in a moment. Just gotta focus on putting stuff in here. Maybe I should take some of these keys and finally use the keys for something. Give me... No, give me a pebble. Let's get rid of the pebble. And then I'm going to put in all my silver vouchers. And then we're going to auto it. There, we got more room. Just need to get things in there. See, already 27. We're making, and we're selling some of this stuff, so we're making good speeds to getting everything figured out. Just gotta get rid of things we don't need. That's all we gotta do. What's next to get out of here? Okay. You know what? How do I use copper vouchers? Maybe I can take a copper voucher and use it somewhere. We're just going to use this stuff and get rid of it all. Let's see here. We're just going to use the copper voucher. So the Amon NPC will stack these. Okay, we're going to be giving it to him then. Records about trade to Amon NPCs to... Okay, we're doing that. And then what do I do with silver? Because I've got a lot of silver vouchers. Speak with Grayson in Lower Juno, G11, and exchange any silver Amon vouchers that you have left with him for a Mars orb or a Venus orb. Is there anything else I can do with these? Anything else? I want to use up everything I can. So Mars orb or a Venus orb. If I have, well, I've got, oh, a silver voucher. No, I don't have enough for a Venus orb. I want to get a Venus orb because that's the most. There. Okay. I'm taking the coppers. Give me those coppers. Where? Shoot, there we go. Okay. Silver vouchers are for later on. Okay, then we're keeping the silvers in there for right now. We're just going to keep putting things in here. Alrighty. Alright, next up, I want to put in the Kindred's Crest. There. And then I'm going to go sell things we don't need. You need to be a high-level job to use them. Okay, then we're not going to worry about those. We're just going to get rid of the coppers. We're going to sell things, get rid of the coppers, and we should be good. Okay, I feel comfortable. Just got to find an Amon person. Yeah, this episode is basically reading the survey and just clearing inventory. You know what? I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that because the survey is something very important to read. You know, we're back from the 24-hour stream. We're just getting things ready and looking good. We just need to find someone from... That's AMAN, Amon. I will get some vouchers traded, and then we will sell the stuff we don't need. It'll all work itself out. Wow, a lot of people are part of a lot of link shells. Worst case, I'll just teleport back to Bastock if I have to. Copper vouchers you can trade to a Sparks NPC. Okay, I know where to find him then. They will hold them for you. Okay, perfect. Explorer Moogle. Greetings, adventurer. You've heard the tale of the Mog tablets, have you? I know all about them. You know what? I'm good. I don't need to talk to you right now. I already know what I'm looking for. Alright, then we are going to go and talk... We're just going to go back to Bastock, because I know where everything in Bastock is I'm looking for. Yep, Bastock, markets, and right to the entrance. Whew, I still gotta make dinner tonight. I don't even know what I'm gonna make. I'm torn between tacos or meatballs. I think tacos are gonna be tonight. I think I'm gonna make tacos tonight. It's gonna be tacos, and then tomorrow will probably be stir fryer or meatballs, then meatballs after that. Oh boy, I'm still reeling from that survey. Jeez, that had a lot of good info in it. I'm happy they're gonna focus on solo play too. For my sake of things, I'm happy about that. All right. Amon Reclaimer. Hello there. The Amon is pleased to announce a new service in which we purchase any equipment you no longer need, new or used. You just trade any piece of equipment you desire, will quickly assess its value and reward you with an appropriate number of reclamation marks. Once you accumulate 1,000 of these marks, they will automatically convert to 1 copper Amon. So that's how you get coppers, okay. And added to the total number held. Though I am only authorized to accept a limited selection of equipment at present, the Amon is considering making further additions to the list, so please check back regularly. So, we're going to talk to you, Isakoth. I believe you're the one that's going to hold my copper. I had chips, thick cut fries, vegetables, and steak pie. Oh, that sounds really good. Steak sounds... I have steak in the fridge too, but I'm just feeling it's more of a... I want to make a bigger meal to last me a couple days, but steak is probably... Steak's on the list possibly for tomorrow too now. Oh, steak does sound really good. Okay. I want you to take my coppers from me. They're all yours. Thanks for doing what I asked. Now I have a total of 5 copper Amon vouchers from you. No problem. You took them off of my inventory, so I thank you. Alright, I think that gives... Oh no, I gotta sell items. Sell some items. Selling items. Sell these items, and then we're going from there. Wow, we might only be doing a 2-hour stream tonight, boys and girls. I'm still reeling from last week's. And I'm tired. And I'm still a bit sick. So, I mean, it might be a shorter stream just because I am sick. Like, I'm not trying to get off the hook from, you know, streaming. Just, if I'm sick, I'm a little bit sick. I might have to bow my head and be like, yep, the sickness has taken me. Come on, I need a general merchant. I'm going to sell some of this stuff. I think, were you a general merchant? You were a general merchant. You didn't buy this stuff. Crud. Weapons. I can probably sell the pebble here at least. Alrighty. Yep, you'll buy the pebble. Yep. I want 1 gil for this piece of rock, please. Alright, and then... I'm sure I can find someone to buy the U-Rod and the Goblin Helm. I'm certain. Did you enter into a misty for fog area before you got sick? I have not, but I've heard people talking about the fog and the mist stuff recently. I know what you're talking about. No, Minnesota didn't. We had fog, but fog was mostly because our temperatures and our weather is going completely cattywampus. That was because of all the evaporations and warm weather and cold stuff around. So that fog was caused by something different. But definitely my voice last week has definitely gotten a whole lot better than it was. Alright, can you buy random stuff? That's fine if you don't have anything to sell. I just gotta find someone who will buy random crap. I'm selling broken stuff. Broken. The damn. Are you buying? How about a magic Mac? Well, I can't sell you. You just sell me the maps. Fine. I have enough items at least right now. I can at least open up. I can open up the satchel. What's inside the knapsack? What's inside? A Pluton coffer. I received a Pluton coffer. A gilded coffer that contains a frightening amount of Pluton. I guess open it? Is this get radioactive Pluton? Let's open it. Plutons. Just Plutons. Okay, well, let me read the Plutons. 99 Plutons? This naturally annealed conglomeration was formed from magma that once coursed through deep subterranean channels. I guess I have Pluton. The guy just, he didn't, you know what, I was wrong. He didn't take a dump in the bag. He took a dump. Plutons are for later on. Well, I have a lot of Pluton. I'm guessing 99 is a good amount of Pluton. He basically took a rocky dump inside of a box, put it inside of a bag, and then handed it to me. Hey, I'm not a scientist. I guess, sure, why not? Hand it to me. Why not? Sure. The boys and girls will be pleased. Well, I have Pluton. Alright, well, I mean, like, there's the Chocobo. Well, I have next week I can do that, too. I'm trying to think of what I can do, like, right now. Oh, yeah, I was going to go look for the loot. Oh, yeah. Well, like I said, if I'm only doing 2 hours, I got 10 more minutes of streaming. And I don't really want to get caught up in something that's going to give me another 30 minutes because I do want to get a little bit of some rest, get some more video work done. Like, and again, like, I feel bad when I make them, like, shorter streams. I used to do hour streams. This is much longer than they used to be. I feel bad when I do shorter streams because it's just like, you know, we're here having a good time, and it's like, oh, I'm gone, bye guys. But it's like all seriousness is like, I do want to get a bit more rest. Sage actually has, I think it's best because Sage does have, she's getting fixed tomorrow. She's getting her operation, so it might be best I get off and make sure she's like ready for the night and she's not getting into food or anything because she can't eat as of 30 minutes from now. But we still have 9 minutes. So what do we do for 9 minutes? That's fine. LOL, rest is more important. I agree. I'm almost fully healed. Like, the cough drops are almost... In fact, I'll pop one more right now just to... I've been trying to get as much vitamin C and sun as I can. And obviously, like, it's so weird. I'm not a tea person. I am. I'm lying. I am a tea person. I like tea. I like cold brew tea. I don't like warm tea. So I was drinking all this warm tea and making my own mix of it all, and I'm just like, man, tea is really good right now. I'm making good mixes. It tastes nice. Like, that was probably some of the best teas I've ever made during that stream. I was just like, I must be going nuts. I don't make tea that's this good. This is amazing. This is perfect. I was happy with what I did. I was like, this is very good tea. So I have a bunch of hibiscus and orange, like orange rind. I might boil that up and then let it chill and cold brew some of it. Well, I'm not gonna cold brew it, but let it chill after I'm done and turn it into like iced tea, kind of fruity iced tea. I might do that because I was like, this is very good tea. I even still have the teacup from the stream right here. Still has my cinnamon stick in it. I mean, like, it was... I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but it was very amazing tea. It was very, very good tea. I very much liked the tea. I think we might end it here then, just because, you know, like, I can do the New Year stuff next week. And it's not even like I'm feeling too bad from being sick. I'm feeling actually kind of good. It's just I know I need a bit more rest, and I do want to get some more stuff prepared and ready. I feel like I feel like reading everything from the survey was a good place. You need some vitamin D, vitamin K. Vitamin C I'm doing really good on, but you're right. I actually do need some more vitamin D. Vitamin D I'm very low on right now. I think you're very much right, Jason. I think you're very, very correct in that one. I just need all the vitamins. Just everyone give me vitamins. Everyone lift your hands up like a spirit bomb and give me vitamins. I think that's the best call. Oh my goodness gracious. I didn't think I would feel... Like my nose, the more I talk, the more I feel my nose congesting. I hate that. But I only get sick like once or twice a year. So this is like, that takes care of a late 2024. So I'm okay with that. It means I'm not going to get sick again for quite a while. I like that. But I think we might end it here then. Just because we went through the survey. We took a look at what has to be done for the New Year's. Multivitamin. I need to go buy me some multivitamins. You are very much right, Jason. I need to go get multivitamins. I ran out a lot. I think all I have left for vitamins is like collagen. I think that's all I have left for, and like collagen ain't gonna do me. No, fiber. I just have a ton of fiber pills. That's all I have. And honestly, fiber I'm doing okay with. Since doing keto, fiber has not been a problem. But yeah, fiber pills. That's what I have a ton of. I ran out of collagen a long time ago. I just have fiber pills. So yeah, I think that's a good call. I think getting some rest. I mean, we looked over what we had to do. We looked over what we're looking for the New Year stuff. We kind of have a game plan of what we're going to do when we come back. I kind of want to train up Ninja and get it stronger so that I can get to dual wielding. Get some better weapons and everything. I have a friend who keeps messaging me because they're sick right now also. It's just sick season around here. What I will do quick. What I will do, since I'm here. Since I'm already here, we'll do one thing quick. We'll do one thing quick I really want to do. I think this is the wrong person, but... Okay, it's going to be... I think it's... Isakoth has it. I want to get some Corsair weaponry. Sick people here too. Jason, you're sick also. I hope everyone's doing at least good. But I want to get me... Oh my gosh, next page. Alright, this is all the armor. I need weapons. I want to get me some Corsair items. Shinobi, steel. Seems to be a bad year for flu over here this year, according to the local hospice. Yeah, there's been a case of like a rise in sickness and like COVID stuff in America too. Now, there's something that's going around. I aren't sick, but people I work with are. Yeah, it's going around heavy. It's a lot of throat stuff too. I hope everyone out there's at least doing a little better. Alright, so I want to get at least one Corsair item and look a bit more Corsair-y for everything. Oh, I saw a gun. Oh no, that's not a gun. That's a crossbow. Corsair. Marksmanship, all races. That's a gun. Is it? Let me see. The gun. Should I start working gun? Should I practice my gun abilities? I need to buy bullets from here on out then if I do that. I have to start working the bullet where the inventory. I have to clear out all my inventory if I do that because that's a lot of stuff to carry. Ninja, samurai. I want one item to bring up my Corsairiness. One Corsair item. It's probably going to be one more page back. One Corsair-like item. See, I made the mistake of buying Flame Blade before. I know there's Corsair item. Oh, that's the one. Kind of weak compared to some other stuff, but it's stronger than what I have. And, oh, the Bone Knight. Oh. Let's do Flame Degen right now. Let's just do that just to get it. And I want to equip it. There we go. What you need more than anything is the dice from Nashmau. You're right, I do need the dice. The dice I need badly. Badly need the dice. There have been a few rolls I've been reading on that are really, really good rolls with really good dice. You are right. First thing we're going to do, though. Let's put it on, baby. Equipped. Okay. It looks a bit more Corsair. It looks a lot like my previous sword, but it's better. It's a better sword. So there's 22 damage. I don't think I have anything else that hits 22 damage. No. Aside from big-ass weapons. No. This is currently my strongest sword. I will need to go and talk to a Corsair, though, to buy some Corsair items. I do want to fit the part. Right now, I do just look like a warrior. I'd like some Corsair garb. Maybe mix it in with some ninja. Well, I have ninja, but I need to set that as a subclass. What do I have for subclass right now? I believe it's red mage as a subclass. Oh, warrior. I have warrior for subclass. I should probably put, well, we're still going to be moving ninja in there. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I got to do the ninja. That's right. One moment. I almost forgot. Wait, I have it right here. One more thing before we call it a night. Crap, I don't have it written on that sticky note. I didn't write it down in my sticky notes. Okay, one moment. We're going to do this. Okay, we're going to do this quick. Okay, here we go. Here we go. One thing we're going to do before we end it. We'll do the Corsairs. Bing! Oh, it's so cool. I love that one. I can easily decide what I'm going to do now for just by doing this. Like, it'll be like, okay, we're going to decide what we're going to do. Let's flip a coin. But the reason I really want to do is because now I have... What's ninjas? That is full on Naruto style. Oh, you're kidding me. Shows off a long lost ninjutsu technique. I summoned a frog and I took a Naruto stand. I was Jiraiya. I was Jiraiya. There we go. Ninja's so cool. Oh, look at that. The whole ninja is awesome. Yeah, it's an emote. I just stand on top of a giant frog. I even take the fucking stance and everything. Oh, that's... yeah, standing right on top of its head and everything. Oh, that's so cool. One more time. Bagoosh. Ah. Oh, that's awesome. That's way cooler than Corsairs. I like Corsairs, but that is so much cooler than Corsair. Corsairs, I just flip it and it comes on screen. Maybe when I dress up as Corsair, it'll look cooler. LOL, love it. I do too. So I think that'll do it for tonight. I really love. Oh my goodness! Wait a minute. If I remember right, do I keep the red? Yes, I do. Wah! Now I've got chakra. Now I have chakra. Oh, that's so good. Oh, wait, what's the other one? Black Mage. That's right. From Black Mage. Okay, wait. It's not Black Mage. It's oh, jeez, I forget half of them. Slash. Oh, it's not healer. It's White Mage. Oh, Red Mage. That's right. Red Mage I want. Red Mage. Oh, now it won't let me do them. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We're going to end it here for right now, or else I'm going to get too lost in it and start playing with emotes. So, I want to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank everyone for making things possible. Thank the patrons for making things possible. I want to thank everyone who is here tonight also. I want to thank Captain Hawk himself. Niravan, thank you very much for being here also. And also Jason, as always, the guru himself. I am very happy we got to read about the survey. I'm happy the survey went well. I am happy that they really did listen a lot and they're going to be implementing new things because of the survey. I'm very interested to see what's going to be coming as of future information. RDM. Let's do RDM. Okay, just because I want to do it quick. RDM. I do want to... And then summon... Yeah, now I've got wings! I love it. It's so beautiful. No worries. Take care and get better next week. Exactly. I'll be better next week and we're going to do a whole lot more. We're going to cover all the New Year's event stuff we can. And we'll touch on some stuff we did during the 24-hour stream. I'll be more healthy and we can do a boatload more. So thank you everyone who was here. Thank you for everyone who's going to be watching in the future. Always a fun time. I'm happy the survey is able to answer a few things. So I will see everybody next week. We're going to have a good time. We're going to get back into the swing of things, really get in the swing of things, and we're going to have some fun. I will see all of you. One sec. Let me make sure we got that closed. There we go. I will see all of you next week. I love you all to death. See you next time. Have a good one.